Hello guys, so our today's topic is overview of e-commerce. I hope you can see this overview of e-commerce. This is the first video on e-commerce, so you must start with this video only when we are studying e-commerce topic. So e-commerce, what is e-commerce? It is simply buying and selling, exchange of goods and services via internet. So whenever you are using internet for buying, you are selling or you are doing exchange of goods and services with internet, with using the internet, it becomes e-commerce. So it can be B2B, it can be B2C, it can be C2C, it can be C2B, G2B or M-commerce. क्या है ये सारे words? What are these words? So B2B is business to business. When a business tends to become a supplier for another business, when a business is doing business with another business, that is called business to business. Simple words, wholesaler to retailer is business to business, manufacturer to trader is business to business, and when it is done online, it is done in an e-commerce platform, it is B2B e-commerce. Examples are IndiaMart. Second is B2C, when a company which is involved in like exchanging goods and services directly to a consumer, direct to consumer, then it is B2C. Like for example, Lenskart selling their specs directly to the consumer, that is business to consumer. When it is C2C, between consumer to consumer, when someone is not notionally or intentionally is not into business, but still he or she is trying to sell or buy something, that is consumer to consumer. Consumer is selling something to another consumer, then it becomes C2C. Example, C2C, for example, we can see OLX, we can go for Quicker, all these platforms, or eBay, all these platforms are C2C. Even Instagram is also used for C2C as a C2C platform. C2B is when consumer to businesses. When a consumer offers something to a business, that becomes C2B business. And G2B is government to business. Government to businesses, like if we take example of GST portal or income tax filing, that is government to businesses. So when a government and business is doing a transaction and that transaction is in an e-commerce portal, it is done using internet, that is G2B. And when we use simply our mobile phones for doing all this transaction, it is called M-commerce. So electronic transaction and digital communication which uses internet to do business, that is called e-commerce. So why it is so important nowadays? It is important because e-commerce has got global reach. You can sell your product or service or goods or services to, if you are sitting in India, you can sell a product to someone sitting in America, right? So it has a global reach beyond boundaries. There is no geographical boundary. Anyone writing the name of your website can reach to your website and can log in over there and can buy your product and can get it delivered. So global reach beyond boundaries, it is cost efficient and requires very lower infrastructure, because when we open a store, even if a small shop will cost you almost like 3 lakh, 4 lakh, 5 lakh rupees in small shop. When we talk about large businesses, you can put a number of zeros after that 4 lakh, 5 lakh rupees, right? So if you are not planning to spend so much money on the infrastructure building and still want to cater to a large crowd, you should go for e-commerce, where the infrastructural cost is low and it is very cost effective. Not only for the businesses, but also for the customers, but also for the suppliers, for anyone, any stakeholder involved in the business. It has 24/7 convenience, like you can do shopping, you can list your product any time of the day, any time of the night. It is open 24/7, it is accessible 24/7, it does not follow any municipal corporation rules. So you can operate your business 24/7 and you can give access to anyone whom you want your product to be sold to them. It is customer centric, it is data driven approach. It is always a customer centric approach, it is always a data driven, because any activity you do online, it will generate its digital footprint. So the entire digital footprint can be recorded and can be used for generating more insights from that, and can be used for doing further business. So it is completely customer centric. Whatever personalization we are doing, it is only for that particular customer. And that is the beauty of Web3 that we'll see later, that we can completely personalize experience of one consumer and can make it completely different from consumer to consumer, which is not possible in offline stores. It is very much possible when we are operating our business on online platforms, we are doing e-commerce. So, and it is also very innovative and very resilient in crisis. Very innovative. You can do like n number of innovations in e-commerce platforms. You can use many ways of promoting your business. You can make several type of products. Who had thought about cryptocurrency? But people are having cryptocurrency, they are dealing in cryptocurrency. Who thought that once you can have digital betting, you can play a game online, you can invite someone else to play the game. So someone is sitting at their home, you are sitting at your home, but you are still playing the same game in the same virtual environment. So products are getting innovative day by day, and it is resilient in crisis. Like for every crisis, it has another option. It has another answer to any sort of crisis they face, right? So COVID was an example where we have seen a rise in digital products, right? So that was a time of crisis, but e-commerce or e-platforms or anything on internet became more resilient, more secure, more personalized with every passing day. So when we talk about the importance, these are the importance of e-commerce. Now we'll see what are the different dynamics of, because we know e-commerce uses web, it uses internet. So what type of website technology or what type of web evolution we have seen? We have seen three phases of web, that is World Wide Web, and the phase 1 was static, read only and content oriented. Everything was text oriented, content oriented. It was static, where companies used to put their website only to give information about the product, or only to like you can see examples, still you can see examples where you can see profile of an government college, or you can see website of you can see visit any static website. You will only find information about like what we are, about us, what are our directors, what we are doing, what products we have. They only like display all these things. So when only statically the website is used statically without having any dynamic interaction, that was the phase of Web 1.0. We call it Web 1.2. It is one of the important part which has initiated or which has helped e-commerce to grow. Second part was Web 2.0. Web 2.0 was the time when we saw emergence of social media, we saw interactive websites, we saw user generated content. User generated content, what we see on social media platforms, we see on Facebook, Instagram, where we can see like TikTok. Many of you use TikTok, many of you are social media influencer, you use Instagram to make your reels, to make your videos. All these reels and videos are what? All these are user generated content. So by making user generated content, not only people are making like their own videos or they are promoting themselves, they help even companies in promoting their products. You must have seen many of the influencers using their profile or their fan following to sell a product. You must have seen affiliate marketing. That was all part of Web 2.0. The third phase is Web 3.0, where you can see semantic AI, blockchain and decentralization. When you see complete personalization, the entire behavioral pattern of the customer can be mapped, and your Google is different from your friend's Google. Your YouTube is different from your friend's YouTube. Whenever you are using the same keyword you enter in your mobile and your friend's mobile, he will see some different ad, you will see some different ad. After your particular video, the chain, the next video will be different and your friend will be watching some another video. That is the beauty of personalization, right? So based on the choices, wish list and the user journey, the companies were able to generate the footprints of their customers, and they were able to use semantics and AI, artificial intelligence, to do more and more personalization. So why we are studying about web 1.0, 2.0, 3.0 over here? Because web, www, World Wide Web, and internet were two major things which are the major things which are the pillars of e-commerce. If these things are not there, we'll not be able to operate any of our e-commerce or any of the e-business platforms. So these are the basic things we are still using. So what we have seen is from information, that is web 1.0, to engagement, to personalization, the world has seen this much, or the world has seen everything. So this is the dynamics of World Wide Web. So next come another thing, that is internet, intranet and extranet. Another thing which we use in while doing internet or while using e-commerce is internet. But this internet is not only, like, it's not the only format we use. Internet can be intranet, internet can be extranet. So what is intranet, what is extranet? Let's see. So internet is a global network enabling communication and trade, that we all know. Communication, internet is network of network, all the computer network connected through some network, and these networks are again connected, and then they form what? They form a web. That's why that was the web what we had seen in the last slide. So network of network, all these network of network connected together, passing the information through a common protocol, that is HTTP. When we have a common protocol for transfer of information, for transfer data sharing and all, then that is called internet, and it can be accessed by anyone, and it has a global network. It is like network of a network, and this network is in the entire world. You can use it anywhere you want. But intranet is a private organizational network. We have network of network, but it is restricted to that particular organization. Like once you must have visited bank, and the banker you must have heard the statement, server nahi hai, server down hai. So that server down or server nahi hai is what? It is only because of that intranet. That is network of network pertaining to that particular organization, where the ARP, the SCM, the CRM, everything is integrated in one unified network, but the access is only with someone who is having login ID of that organization. It may be the employee, it may be the owner of that organization. Then it is called intranet. The entire information sharing is between people who are part of that organization. Then it is called intranet. But still, when there is an intranet, and when we are operating a business, it's not only transaction or information flow between the employees. Sometimes we need to interact with our suppliers, sometimes we need to interact with our customers also. So when we extend this intranet to external partners, when we extend this intranet, like if you are having you must have seen your SBI account, or if you are having a bank account, so that bank account where the employees will have your information, they will have all details of yours, that is part of intranet. But you are having your own login ID and password, and using that login ID and password you can do banking transaction, all banking transaction, but for you only. It is not open to everyone. It is not open on internet. Like in internet, anyone can enter into that gate and get all the information. But in intranet, it is always a closed gate. But in extranet, you get a special window where you get all your information, and you can use your information, and you can do all the banking transaction, all the transaction related to that, all the transaction is what? Data sharing. So all data sharing or data related activity you can do, but you can do only for yourself, and it is for everyone who is having an account in that particular bank, or whoever is a supplier, whoever is a vendor, all are given an additional window, that login ID password, that is called extranet. I hope you understood what is intranet, internet and extranet. Sometimes you will get question where you need to differentiate between what is internet, intranet and extranet. So internet is communication, efficiency and integration. All you need technology to communicate, you need technology to increase your efficiency, and you need technology to integrate all your services. Whenever you use internet, you increase your communication, you are able to increase the efficiency of your organization, and you are also able to integrate all those systems. So this is also an important part while you study e-commerce. Now, what are the advantages? Advantages: it has a global accessibility, there are no geographical boundaries, it is open 24/7, you can anytime enter into a website or an app and you can do your business over there, and it has a lower cost because I have already told you, even if you are having a pan shop, a beetle shop, will cost you like 3 lakhs or 4 lakh rupees. But making a website, you can simply start a website, and many of the companies are offering free website services nowadays. Like you must have heard about companies, I am not offering or not sponsoring anyone. Like if I heard about Odoo or website.com or Wix, they give you offers, like they give you that mechanism where you can make your own website on simply on a very lower cost you can host that. So lower cost and very low expense, but very high accessibility. Like you can simply make your website and you can make it global thing. Faster transaction because it is online, you must have seen. Google Pay is very easy, Paytm it's very easy, right? So you can do very fast transaction and the entire thing can be tracked, because while you are doing e-commerce, you need to integrate your supply chain management into it, and whenever you are integrating your supply chain management, what you are doing, you are keeping a track record of all your entries, all your product delivered. Better analytics and wider product range. You can put n number of products on your website because you do not require any physical store for that. Physical stores do have limitation, but there is no such limitation in a e-commerce portal. So you can have wider range of products and you can have better analytics because you can have a complete database record. You can have all sort of analytics for your customer, like who is buying what is the frequency of their purchase, what is the ticket size mostly your customers are preferring, and what are the products which are getting obsolete, which are not being sold. All sort of information you can get using the analytics service. So e-commerce and e-business, there are another term in while you see the introduction of e-commerce is what is e-commerce and what is e-business. So e-commerce and e-business are like related terms. Sometimes it is used interchangeably and there is no harm in it, you can use it interchangeably, but e-business is a broader term while e-commerce is a narrower term. E-commerce is a part of e-business while e-business include all the revenue models which are there where you can make money out of internet. So that is e-business, but e-commerce is only buying and selling of goods and services. Next is e-commerce is a subset of e-business that we have already discussed, and e-business you integrate many services into one platform: supply chain, ERM, CRM, ERP, CRM, knowledge management, HRMS, payroll system. All those systems, all the business processes can be integrated into one particular system and it will become a part of e-business, while e-commerce is only focusing on online transactions, and these transactions, why they will take place? Because you are buying or selling some products, right? So how internet is related to our business, e-business. So internet is the backbone of e-business and enables marketing, transaction and supply chain and CRM. Whenever we are doing e-business, we need to integrate our supply chain management, we need to integrate our customers' data, we need to do our customer management, customer relationship management, we need to have all the transaction details, we need to enable marketing services, we need to put the right ad to the right customer. All these are taken care by internet, and without internet, no e-business ecosystem can be there. So our next topic is mobile commerce. What is mobile commerce? Whatever we have done till now, e-business, when we do everything by using a simple mobile phone, that becomes mobile commerce. So mobile commerce is buying and selling via mobile devices like mobile banking, wallets, shopping apps. Advantage, what are the advantages? Key advantage is convenient, location based services. You activate your location and it is much easier to navigate. Trends are, you use QR codes, NFC, AI shopping assistants. All these are part of mobile commerce because mobile know you much better. Your mobile knows you much better than anyone else in the world, right? What are the driving forces? And let me tell you that this is the last slide. So what are the driving forces? The first driving force behind e-commerce is technological advance, because everything is advancing so fast. The technology is getting advanced every second, every moment, and the few of the contributors are artificial intelligence, blockchain and all, which help in personalization of your data. So technological advancements are there, that is a major force behind e-commerce. Second, the world is losing its geographical boundaries. So globalization and cross-border trade is very common nowadays. That's where e-commerce comes to a help. Consumer demand for convenience and personalization. Consumer, as you know, as a consumer, we are very lazy. Even if we can pass this chewing of our food in our mouth, we can pass that also. We can simply, if there is some tablet where we can eat that tablet and we do not feel hungry, we will go for that. So consumer as basically are very lazy. So what they want is convenience and what they want is personalization, but they always want personalization. Everything should be customized to their needs. There is an economic efficiency and there are always new models of making money while using e-commerce, and there are several policies of government which is also helping e-commerce like Digital India, GST, and there are several competitive and social media influence where it all helps in getting more and more customers whenever we are doing online commerce. So this is introduction of e-commerce. Thank you very much. And we have learned about what is e-commerce, what are the driving forces, what is internet, what are the dynamics of World Wide Web, and of course what is e-commerce and e-business. So thank you very much. If you like the content, please do like it and please do subscribe to my channel, and thank you and keep learning.